Oh, très bien. Ah, ça marche, ça marche. Bon, moi j'ai attaqué en tout cas. Donc on est à l'épisode 7, il me semble, de Disco Elysium. Bonsoir YouTube. On est parti. Je sais pas si j'aurais pas des modifs de son à faire. Oh putain, c'est vrai, j'avais fait ça. Oh là. Point, 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 point. Musique est cool, hein. Bon, on va juste baisser un tout petit peu, je pense. Oh, les doublages sont pas très forts. Noir, 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 noir. Ok, très bien, on en était où? Point, 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 point. Mystère du trafic. Quelqu'un utilise le terminal B pour transporter clandestinement des ingrédients utilisés dans la fabrication de drogue à la vachole. Ah ouais, c'est conducteur. Enseignement Joyce. Votre insigne. Quoi? Pas tout de suite. Ouvrir la porte de l'appartement pour Evart. Je pense que j'ai eu mentir. Ok. Ça, rappeler Alice dans un jour. Ça, c'est demain. Cherchez votre insigne, les tatouages, qui acheter les vêtements. Ok, très bien. Et ça, j'avais essayé ou pas?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest
Yo, Faco!
entrance to the
Incroyable.
apartment building. It's locked.
Frappé.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
C'est la police.
The police?
ouais,
Everyone
c'est la
knows
police.
the police don't come round here.
C'est pas une plaisanterie.
No. I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
Quoi?
Go check the
Oh.
backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, dites-lui que nous sommes des vrais policiers, bordel de
Madame,
merde.
I assure you, we are real police officers.
Répète consciencieusement le
There is no
lieutenant.
reply.
Frappe à
The
nouveau.
door rattles.
Stop banging on the door.
Qui je
Doesn't
m'adresse?
matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
C'est la police, hein.
The police? Everyone knows the police
Non mais s'il te
know.
plaît.
I already go check the back.
Backyard door. There must be another
Ouais, elle m'emmerde, la vieille. Notre porte à l'est. Fumeur au balcon. Ah mais lui là, mais je peux lui parler d'en bas.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Ah
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
dit-il d'une voix posée. Malgré le froid, sa chemise est
It's the
déboutonnée.
voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Trop tard, les ennuis vous ont trouvé, bâtard. Vous avez quelque chose à cacher?
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
Ah.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my
Gendarmerie.
cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
En fait, on a vraiment besoin de vous
Is
parler,
it
hier.
really that important?
Demande-t-il en ajustant sa chemise?
Like
Bah,
a
bien sûr.
nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Red. Red. Vous pouvez me dire votre nom?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
Vous appelez pas vraiment Martin Martinez,
No,
non?
of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
C'est aussi silencieux que les entrailles d'un puits où chaque son produit un écho. Vous avez une très belle vue sur la cour arrière du Whirling, on dirait. Vous pouvez m'en dire plus sur la pendaison?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Vraiment?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Le lieutenant prend des notes dans son petit
Last
calepin bleu.
week? I don't know. Look.
Il observe à nouveau la cour. De vieilles chaises de jardin et des plantes d'intérieur flétries jonchent les
He's
lieux.
an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Quel genre d'ami?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
Quel est le véritable nom de votre ami? J'ai vu
He
quelque chose?
doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Bien, on reparlera
No.
plus tard.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh, c'est chaud. On essaye? On va essayer de le convaincre de rester.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Qu'attendez-vous moi que je me mette
No,
à
for
chialer?
God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
Il fait un pas en arrière et scrute les alentours visiblement
Listen, I
perturbés.
really have to go.
D'un geste du poignet, il propulse sa cigarette éteinte par-dessus la rambarde.
Good luck with the investigation.
Il m'emmerde lui.
He's gone.
Le lieutenant range au calepin et se tourne vers vous.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Donc on laisse tomber.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Ça c'est vrai.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Let's go. Bon, alors le truc c'est que déjà j'avais pas ramassé.
Stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleep and mud.
Bien sûr, la
There's a key
retourner.
beneath it,
Eh ouais.
rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments.
On va nous trouver le bon.
We'll just have to go in and see.
Ok. Ah, parce que j'avais essayé d'ouvrir cette porte et je me rappelle qu'on m'avait envoyé balader. L'expulsion et des animaux de compagnie. Ouais. Plus de produits de nettoyage. Très bien. Ouais, attendez. Ok. Oh. Ah, j'ai eu Pinard. La mousse pousse sur ses chaos de la salle de bain, de la vraie mousse. Ouais, c'est dégueulasse. Oh, de la tunasse, ça c'est pas mal. De la thune dans les chaussures. Quelqu'un a dessiné une étoile à 5 branches sur le mur.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The chalk drawn number on the board says number 11.
Frappé.
No reply.
Examiner.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
J'avais bien compris, ouais. Oh, les lunettes de la logique, là. Outils. Elle est où ma pince coupante? Ah ouais, là.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Ouais, et franchement, Kim, il a changé quand même, hein. Avant, il me cassait les couilles pour tout, maintenant, il s'en bat les couilles, hein. Balle de 9 mm. Livre sur la théorie critique des monstruosités du capitalisme, etc. Très bien. Photos de révolutionnaires posant là avec leurs armes. Poster flamboyant du étal blanche.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Karamazov.
Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Yo Valky. Incroyable. Saluer la statue. Permazov. On est un peu communiste, hein. Pourquoi ce locataire possède-t-il un buste de Krasmazov?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard.
Communard. Un été exporterait et vraiment porté craché au final.
Hold on a second.
Quoi?
Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
Je ne dois négliger aucune piste. Non, bien sûr, c'est une pure
Sure
coïncidence.
it is.
Allez, quoi, joue au jeu. Tu trouves pas la ressemblance quand même?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Ouais, ça t'en sait rien. Hein. On est un peu communiste, un tout petit peu. Non, vu que mon personnage c'est une flicaille, il a tout perdu, il a oublié ses souvenirs, tout ça. Bon, on lui donne un petit RP, on a un RP un peu communiste, tu vois, on est pour la classe des travailleurs. C'est vrai. Non, mais c'est vrai, tu t'en sais rien au final, c'est complètement une représentation.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
J'en sais rien, je vois pas mon visage.
All right, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
Mais je suis à moitié samarin.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
C'est vrai. Je suis persuadé qu'un État-nation puissant, elle se moyen de défendre la classe ouvrière contre les bas individus.
I think you have misunderstood who he was, but if you say so.
Comment ça? Père Karamazov, héros de la classe ouvrière.
Whoever is here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
Il se penche vers le mur pour inspecter les photos des révolutionnaires plus
There
près.
aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
C'est vrai. Type qui crèche ici a besoin d'apprendre comment fonctionne réellement
I
l'économie.
suspect that's
T'en penses
exactly
quoi?
what they're trying to do.
Il se penche au-dessus de la table pour inspecter le livre d'économie de plus
There
près.
aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Je vois pas pourquoi j'ai encore ça. Ouais, bon, c'était un tueur de masse
He was
aussi, non?
definitely controversial.
Ah,
The tenant here seems to like him.
se penche vers le mur pour inspecter la photo de révolutionnaire plus près.
There aren't many communists.
Bon, tu glandes, quoi. Tu sers un peu à rien. Les révolutionnaires adorent poser avec leurs armes. Ah, c'est vrai, c'est important. C'est pour montrer un peu qu'ils en ont. C'est la vieille. Oh, je vais la tabasse. Attendez. Quoi? Il se passe des dingues, ça. Attends, je vais pas trop me perdre. Porte numéro 9 verrouillée. On va quand
You
même vérifier
hear
cela.
someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
La police ouvrée.
Do I have to open the door?
Percevez un nouveau déclaquement de talons tandis que les pas s'avancent vers la porte. Sa voix indique qu'elle est à présent sur la
Do you
défensive.
have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
You hear someone.
Ça
a poor
m'emmerde.
communard.
Do you have
Let's go.
A poor communard.
do you have
Quoi?
Let's go.
Let's go. Je suis deg. La vieille, je vais à la tabasse.
Give me a moment.
Une vieille femme est appuyée contre un balai. Des articulations aussi blanches que des os. Semble éprouver des difficultés à respirer.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Ce sera pas long, j'ai juste quelques questions.
ahead,
Je m'en bats les couilles de ta
What do
vie.
you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Cherche un jeune homme vingtaine, cheveux foncés, lancé un fumeur au balcon.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Hier, de l'autre côté du couloir.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
Oh, joli.
What's he in trouble for?
Je vais juste lui parler. Vous savez où il vit?
Talk?
Ah bah. Elle se cramponne à son balai, cherchant à reprendre son souffle.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank
Appartement
you.
28.
We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
J'ai quelques questions au sujet de ces
Ask
appartements.
away, policeman.
L'un des locataires est parti en vacances, sa boîte aux lettres déborde.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Qui habite à la 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
Pourtant, j'ai parlé avec quelqu'un à travers la porte.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
S'interrompt, scrutant le couloir.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again.
C'est hippie, ces
Breaking into a
saloperies de
house like
hippie.
it's a public space.
Fumeurs de
You're a
hashish.
Be good and take a look, will you?
Ouais.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Qui habite derrière la porte cadenassée?
That one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrologie.
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked
Ah,
me to
ouais.
leave his drawings up on the wall.
À mon avis, c'est plus du
The
communisme. Hein.
symbol of what now?
Communisme, vous savez, comme dans la Révolution
Never
mondiale.
heard of it.
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Qui
Then,
êtes-vous, au fait?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Ok, vous vivez ici?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Dur.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Ok, Harry.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Ok. Bon, on va s'en occuper direct là de cette histoire.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging
Cet appartement est
the
censé être
furniture.
inoccupé et vous rentrez par effraction?
Excuse me? Of course not.
J'avais pas besoin d'un mandat si je suspecte une
Oh,
effraction.
come on.
Une pause, puis la porte est déverrouillée.
That was smart.
Bien sûr. Mode de taxation indirecte. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Médicament en plaquette dépasse de la boîte, vous devriez le prendre. Ce matelas a l'air de qualité.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Elle fait teinter le trousseau de clés dans sa main.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Elle fouille dans son sac et extirpe un passeport tout fin. J'ai pas besoin. Juste besoin de vous poser quelques
Very
questions.
well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Apparemment, il savait comment s'éclater.
It was some kind of a moribund old
Enculé.
man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
S'interrompt hésitante.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
J'ai aperçu un appartement qui a été saisi au bout du couloir.
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Quoi?
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
T'as bien raison. Elle claque des
The
doigts.
sum must have been puny. Devrait pas non plus avoir une fortune, cet appartement a l'air plutôt
These
miteux, non?
apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark,
Ouais,
and
bah
they
tu
are
m'étonnes, ouais.
affordable.
Ouais, ils sont
I'll
surtout
tell
pas
you,
chers, quoi.
Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
Ouais.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Mhm.
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Elle continue de secouer la tête, ses doigts manucurés croisés sur sa poitrine.
Of course.
Merci, casse-toi, Jacqueline. Vas-y, on s'en branle. Bon, moi, on va pouvoir dire ça à la vieille, comme ça, elle sera contente.
Give me a moment.
J'ai vu aucun hippie dans l'appartement numéro 10. Saloperie de hippie. Par contre, il y avait une agente immobilière. Une agente immobilière, pardon, en train de préparer les lieux.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Les magiciens du radio-ordinateur arrivent, ils vont sauver l'endroit ainsi que l'économie, c'est
Oh, I
clair.
do like wizards.
Ah.
And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates.
She means clairvoyance.
Ouais, on s'entend pas de l'arrêt. Alors attendez, parce que là... Avant d'aller aux étages, on va peut-être continuer à finir de fouiller là.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stone floor.
Et incroyable! Merci dans mon griotte, Kiri sub 54 mois. Il a filé où il a sorti un tiroir, mais putain! Mais la tunasse! Merci beaucoup, gros! Ah, t'es trop beau là, t'es trop beau. Vous êtes trop bon, mon seigneur. Ça va, gros? Tranquillou là? Ça raconte quoi de beau? Pire, c'est que ça a écrit 2 fois Poggers. Changement de température, l'air se refroidit autour de vous. La poussière s'accumule sur le sol en pierre. Vous frottez le corps pour vous réchauffer.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Regardez autour de
It's
vous.
clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a 3-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Ah mais ça y est! Mazel Tov, mais incroyable! Ça y est, du coup, c'était ce week-end là? Putain, il va falloir que tu fasses péter 1 ou 2 photos quand même. Non, en vrai. Je pourrais comprendre. Privé si tu veux. Bon bah trop bien! Trop bien, c'est bien passé, c'était comme tu le souhaitais, trop bien. Je te fais péter ça. Ah! Bon bah impec. Bon en tout cas trop cool, si tout s'est bien passé, c'est le plus important. Clairement. Ça y est, tu vas bientôt pouvoir souffler. D'abord lune de miel, vous avez déjà prévu un truc ou pas? Ou c'est reporté à plus tard?
She had an eye for
Merde, j'ai cliqué sans faire exprès. Son
It's
visage.
red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Le plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Non mais en fait, c'est poubelle leur truc là. Impeccable. Quelqu'un démolit le mur. Vieille liste de cours sur la table et des mandats bancaires. Très bien. C'est bien, je commence à avoir pas mal de soins et tout. Ça fait plaisir. Ah, t'avais quelle photo incroyable! Magnifique. Putain, vous avez fait ça en grande pompe là un peu. En plus les abris traditionnels et tout. La grande classe. Trop bien mec. Trop bien, trop bien. On va essayer d'ouvrir cette porte. Donc là on ressort ici. J'espère pouvoir rentrer quand même. Ok, très bien. On va passer aux étages. Quoi? Ah mais non. Non mais attends, comment ça je peux pas monter aux étages? Balcony. Ah mais si, en fait là j'étais à l'étage. Ah oui ok, j'avais pas tilté, je m'étais dit putain c'est bizarre quand même.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Espérance. You wait and see.
La fille fixe le voilier accosté sur l'appontement.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Hep C. Baisse d'un ton, la loi c'est moi. Putain. Quand on posait les couilles sur la table. Ouais, non mais calme-toi, la réponse juste aux questions.
Pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Malgré son insolence, elle pose son pinceau.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Du mazout. T'arrêtes pas de regarder à côté là, qu'est-ce que tu
The
regardes?
lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Tu veux parler de Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
C'est quoi Ozone?
It's where they grow whores like her and their whoremen.
Pourquoi autant de négativité?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
Qu'est-ce que tu fabriques
Can't
avec
you
ce mur?
tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Un aérographito visible depuis une orbite basse.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Très bien. Donc tu sais pas quoi écrire en fait.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
Pourquoi t'es aussi déterminé à détériorer cet immeuble?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
La Sorbonne, option suçage de tétine, non mais clairement. Mais tous, hein. Moi je pense le pire, vraiment, celui qui tape sur le système, c'est vraiment Kuno, hein. Kuno et Kunette, là, oh, les deux attardés mentaux, là, eux, ils sont durs. Ils sont durs à encaisser, tu vois. Franchement, après...
You know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Wow. Et en fait, c'est marrant, c'est que vu que c'est les deux premiers que tu rencontres vraiment instantanément, Kuno et Kunette, après tous, t'as l'impression ils sont insipides. Alors que non, trop pas. Ils ont tous vraiment des bons trucs, mais eux, ils sont abusés, quoi. Genre vraiment. Hein. Mais tous sont bien faits, en fait. Ils ont des super... Enfin, ils sont bien doublés. Il y a vraiment du beau travail. Hein. J'ai une petite idée sur ce sujet, ça t'intéresse? J'adore l'art de rue, alors casse-toi. C'est du hooliganisme. Ouais. J'adore la rue, passe ton chemin et occupe-toi de tes oignons.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Ouais.
She means the opposite.
Tu sais quelque chose sur la récente pendaison, là?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Quoi?
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
C'est
We
vrai, ça.
weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Ok, c'est pas du mazout, ta
Red
merde.
dyed
Hein.
heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Examine le contenu du pot de peinture de Cindy.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Putain, connasse. Les vapeurs, c'est pas bon pour le cerveau, mais je pense que elle est déjà bien attaquée là. C'est vraiment tellement second degré. Ah, tu ferais mieux de me le donner,
Oh,
ouais.
what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
Hmm. Ouais, tu peux me
What
parler
do I
de
care
l'armure là?
about some fucking tin eggshells?
Est-ce que l'armure c'est pas de l'art pour le corps?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll
Oh.
give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military grade handwear. Look cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
Il y a une petite fille qui porte les gants là-bas?
No, no. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Vous regardez l'air tout à coup un peu triste.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Watch your
Ah, elle est
back,
bise, hein.
ungulate.
Ouais. On dit qu'on fait comme ça. J'ai quoi là? Ça, je sais pas ce que c'est. Plus un mode de taxation indirecte. C'est absolument pas ce que ça veut dire. Ça, par contre, c'est cool en vrai. Comment on a ça? On a ça et c'est bien. Mais si à un moment on a besoin de conception. Enfin, de conceptualisation analytique. Ça, on l'a pas regardé, mais on peut pas vraiment les regarder. Il y a juste du texte merdique, non? Posant un marché en plein vent de Boogie Street d'il y a environ 5 ans. Commençant à sourire, on pose son étage, sont accrochés comme pendus par les pattes, un flot de sang coule dans les rues boueuses. Les silhouettes indistinctes des passants. Très bien. Je peux aller là-haut, hein. Oh, de la tunasse. C'est rouillé, vous ne pouvez pas entrer. Chaîne est neuve. Très bien. Qu'est-ce que j'ai là? Pion du balcon. Porte 28. Mon fillette en bas du village pêcheur. J'ai quoi en intériorisation? Ah mais d'accord, parce que j'y suis bientôt là. Le suicide de Krasmazov. Non mais au secours. Mauvais buzz. Quelqu'un a dormi ici récemment. Cindy? Des centaines de pattes d'étals sur la grille, les rats de la ville. Très bien, très bien, très bien. Laissez le charbon pour résister à plusieurs hivers. Ok. Électrochimie, -1 réactivité. Ok. Mais c'est Sapio là en fait. Mais attendez, moi je suis censé aller où là? J'ai pas de porte. Je peux aller là, genre? Mais je suis marron en fait. Putain, j'ai le seum. J'ai oublié un truc, non? Quoi? Attends. Comment ça, j'ai raté un truc là? Ah ouais, parce que l'autre code était là et maintenant elle a laissé plus 3 morale. Let's go.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Quel rapport avec les bois?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Pourquoi cette étoile est à l'envers?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Pourquoi du blanc?
Because white is the color of peace.
Qu'est-ce que ça m'évoque? Ah ouais, à ce point-là.
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
Ah ouais? En fait, il veut vraiment que j'intériorise le communisme, quoi. Ah, balcony, là! Il est quelle heure? 18h37, faut que je me bouge le cul en vrai. Boîte à fusible. Simple porte. Bon, ça pour l'instant. Quoi? Il y a quoi? Appartement numéro 29. Vous entendez des voix intérieures, elles chantent sur un morceau de danse plutôt sympa. On tamponne.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Bon.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Scout les alentours inspirant l'air
We
frais.
should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Quoi, demain à 21h? Mais pourquoi pas ce soir? Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire par
The
là?
smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Tomorrow,
Okay,
9 p.m.
okay.
Right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Ça m'emmerde un peu ces histoires là. Déjà je vois pas pourquoi ce soir, pas ce soir. Et là j'ai tellement de trucs en attente en fait. C'est un bordel hein. Bon, ça, on l'a pas ouvert, on va aller mentir à l'autre con. Donc ça, on sait NP. Faut que j'aille enquêter pour ces histoires de drogue.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
Qu'est-ce que je ressens?
Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a à l'ouest?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Qui êtes-vous, fantôme?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a en bas de la côte?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
Et au-delà?
Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a à l'est?
The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Secoue à nouveau vos
You
épaules.
shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a au nord?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The news at noon.
Et le plus près d'ici?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the dead man's cold cheeks.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a au sud?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de l'autre
The
côté?
road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Pourquoi ne suis-je pas là?
To be in Martinaise, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
Qu'est-ce que je fais ici?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
L'impression qu'ils vont
In
regarder
the
plus loin.
rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
Inigo! Y'a quoi plus haut?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain falls, rotors flutter silently. your sight clears.
Ici en dessous.
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater, hidden weapon caches from the Revolution, doors leading down to Loroyam, the catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Ok.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Ok. Je me suis fait brasser là un peu, mais intéressant. Bon, j'avais dit que j'allais voir qui? J'avais dit que j'allais voir l'autre connard. Je vais lui mentir. Ah ouais, et puis il faut que j'enquête aussi sur les camionneurs. Est-ce que j'enquête avec lui ou pas du tout?
Right to work!
Mañana. Ah, c'est vrai qu'il me faut un truc pour ouvrir la porte là. Mais attendez, avec un pied de biche là, ça le ferait pas en vrai?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer.
C'est qu'à merde là.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Maintenant-moi. Je penche vers vous et attends que vous finissiez sa phrase. Est un membre du conseil. Oh ouais.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart too. How can I help you today?
Il paraît que le syndicat a impliqué dans le trafic de drogue local.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
En effet.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
Il adopte un nouveau ton jovial
I
là.
trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Okay.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Ouais.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we...
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
I'm taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
J'ai ouvert la porte de l'antre de Fouinard comme vous l'avez demandé et on va monter
Are
là-dessus
you
bien entendu.
shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
Art dramatique, mais attends, je dois avoir des objets, non? Ajouter au
Harry,
courant.
You don't need to get back to me. See you soon, Debarger.
Attendez, pas sur art dramatique, là, on a des fringues, non, pour art dramatique? Casse les couilles. On a rien! Moins un art dramatique, déjà, on l'enlève. Plus un art dramatique, c'est bon. Ok. Vas-y, on mytho.
Mr. Dubois, every worker.
Ouais,
Are
j'ai
you
fait ça.
shitting me, Harry?
Bah ouais.
Did you not really...
Good.
Let's
Now take it a
go.
bit further. Take it home.
Non, je laisse. Non seulement je l'ai ouverte, mais je suis aussi rentré à l'intérieur. C'est un véritable antre de Fouinard
I
là-bas.
bet it was, Harry. But seriously, what did you see in his apartment?
A guy
Oh,
who has
putain.
antagonized the Union in a Union-run town? Maybe it's political.
Fasciste. Y a pas trop l'air d'avoir de fasciste à part l'autre con là de Josh Caboche. Misogyne. Non, on va dire politique, ouais. J'ai vu tout un tas de trucs antisocialistes et antisyndicalistes. Des pamphlets qui disaient mort aux syndicats, mort à la révolution, mort à la mort.
That's exactly what I thought, Harry.
Ouais.
What a weasel. And for the record, I was only curious, not testing you.
Ok.
He was testing you. You succeeded.
Thank you, Harry. You have shown me that the Barders Union and the Citizens Militia can indeed work together. Now, let's cut down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Incroyable. J'ai entendu parler d'un lien entre le lynchage et la grève. J'aurais besoin de votre
By
témoignage.
now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys.
Ah.
Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Ok.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
Guillaume Roxane. Incroyable. La photo du mec. La sienne ou Kim aussi, il est incroyable.
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers
Ça a la
standing
forme.
in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Attends, j'ai pas suivi. Sous-traitement à cigarette, vous imaginez un peu. De façon passive. Des tueurs pour nous décimer, mais quelle raclure de bidet. Mais c'est inhumain de faire ça. Ouais, celle-là. Ouais.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Okay.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Sadamoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hein? Y a un éléphant au village?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Ok.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Incroyable. C'est vrai ça. Comment ça tes hommes ils se déplacent?
I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Mais ça doit être un truc de ouf. Il a pas tout accroché là. L'idée de déplacer, d'avoir un bureau dans un container et de le déplacer, mais c'est un génie. Genre t'as un 125? Non. Énorme.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Est-ce que c'est Maurice qui a commencé à pousser le bouchon trop loin ou... Non, en vrai, qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire par tout le quartier
Potentially,
impliqué?
Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Et qui a poussé le
There's
bouchon
a
là?
militant wing inside the union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Ouais, mais c'est
They're
ta
like
milice
you
quoi.
guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist Democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Ouais, c'est sûr, il te l'a amené comme ça, ouais. Mot pour mot, hein. Texto, hein. Texto, il lui a amené comme ça, quoi. Putain, mais quel brasseur, lui aussi, là. Et non, mais il est en train d'essayer de justifier sa putain de milice, quand même, le mec. C'est trop cool. Ah, ok, bah, GL.
He probably worded it
GL,
differently,
GL.
but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Ah, ah, vous avez parlé d'une avocate?
Oh, Liz is a bright one.
Ah,
I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, the girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you, is he talking about her?
c'est vous qui l'avez envoyé m'espionner ou... M'espionner déguisé en jardinière, là?
I did that, didn't I? She thinks of herself as a guerrilla fighter. These middle-class kids and the books they read are crazy, Harry. I think she would rather be an insurgent than a lawyer. I hope it's a phase.
Oh, c'est vous que des mercenaires ont été engagés par la société,
How do I
de transport.
know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Ouais.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Cette fois, l'entreprise s'appelle Crenel. C'est peut-être le nouveau nom de Sédiment, non?
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
C'est un putain de troller, lui. Parlez-moi de Titus Harry, là, et de sa bande.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Ah, j'ai rencontré les gars de Hardy, vous pouvez leur demander de coopérer.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Pourquoi vous me donnez ça?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Vous savez, prendre un petit billet sous la table, ce n'est pas ce que j'appelle de la corruption. Ce que j'appelle un financement participatif pour la police. Et ça c'est important.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Mais oh, Kim, tu comprends pas. C'est un kiss bang bang. C'est ça. Là, on est sur une plateforme. Là, on est sur un petit Patreon. Là, il faut
Good
pas.
boy, a real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Oh, c'est bon.
Was it a good... I
m'as
don't
foutu
know what
brasser,
happened,
là.
Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes,
Okay.
Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Je suis pas un homme de gauche, je suis un patriote de Revachol. Non, en vrai, zéro. Qui parle ainsi de leur voix. J'ai pas les mots. Non, mais c'est incroyable. Mais tout le jeu est magnifique. Hein. Tout le jeu est magnifique. Vous avez entièrement raison de ne pas me faire confiance. Petite personne qui m'intéresse. Non, plaisanter. Je suis bien plus de gauche que de vous. J'écoute mon cœur. Non, mais on est gauche, nous.
You're saying it, but I don't
On est
believe
coco, hein.
You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, qu'en pensez-vous?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Il étudie
As I said, it
Wrath.
weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
C'est vrai. Quoi serviront ces signatures là?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Oui.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Où se trouvent ces endroits
On the
exactement?
coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
Et qu'arriverait-il aux occupants actuels?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Vous êtes à 100% sûr hein, qu'il n'y a personne qui finira
Am I?
dehors.
Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them.
J'essaie de comprendre le principe du jeu via le temps direct, j'ai aucune idée. Ah, c'est un RPG. Un RPG très à l'ancienne, c'est-à-dire que tu as une fiche de statistique avec des points. Donc tu as intellect, psyché, vigueur et motricité avec 6 sous-talents, on va dire. Chaque fois que je prends un level, je peux mettre un talent dans un des points. Tu as un inventaire, là je peux pas y accéder parce que je suis en plein dialogue. Tu as un journal de tâches avec des missions, enfin tes quêtes. Et tu as des intériorisations si tu veux intérioriser certaines choses. Et en gros, c'est vraiment un RPG ancienne, magnifique, incroyable, où tu es un flic amnésique qui enquête sur un pendu que tu retrouves dans un jardin et où ça fait 7 jours plus ou moins qu'il pourrit sur l'arbre. Et voilà, on est dans un univers je dirais post-révolution française, en tu sais un peu univers je sais pas comment ça s'appelle, révolution punk, tu vois, un truc comme ça. C'est pas steampunk, c'est vraiment après la période révolutionnaire. Je crois que c'est un nom en plus cette période-là. Puis voilà.
We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Ça a l'air d'être un bon gars, mais si ma mytho, par contre, ça va chier. Hein. Moi, je suis un coco. Hein.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
Vous tend une enveloppe blanche
You
ouverte.
need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
Ok.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Passe ses doigts dans ses cheveux fins. Est-ce que vous pourriez me donner des précisions sur ce meurtre?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing by all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Je l'ai rendu encore plus louche, Everhart.
What?
L'homme vous regarde, l'air surpris. La décoction plus que louche.
Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
So do I. That's one tasty brew. You should drink some right now, if you can.
Non, j'ai rencontré Joyce, la représentante de l'entreprise.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Oui.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
J'ai déjà ce que je vous avais rencontré.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Qu'est-il arrivé au négociateur précédent, Monsieur Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Lors des négociations précédentes, il a fait des concessions pour l'entreprise. Pourquoi avez-vous laissé partir un aller comme ça?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
On est traité de nabo.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Il est vraiment, mais c'est tellement de raclure de bidet ce mec. Punk comme style. Pendant mes vacances bientôt, après si t'aimes bien les RPG, c'est incroyable. Enfin, ce jeu là, Disco Elysium, c'est dans les RPG, ça faisait 20 ans qu'on n'avait pas vu un jeu comme ça. Hein. Très honnêtement, un excellent jeu. Je l'ai pas encore fini, mais en tout cas, il est assez bien ficelé pour être ultra agréable, etc. Les doublures de voix sont incroyables. Après, c'est un style en particulier, quoi. Joyce m'a dit que l'ancienne patronne du syndicat avait disparu dans des circonstances plus ou moins suspectes.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting.
Ok.
Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Bizarre, Joyce n'a jamais parlé de plat.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Joyce semble penser que les syndicats la sous-estiment.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Pourquoi n'avez-vous pas laissé entrer venir vous
If
voir?
she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Okay.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Il est incroyable lui, hein. Il est incroyable parce qu'il met beaucoup en déroute sur qu'est-ce qu'il est, qu'est-ce qu'il souhaite et tout. C'est chaud, hein. Très bien. Allons voir qui. On sait qu'au restaurant on peut... Merde, non, je voulais pas claquer tous mes points. Enfin, on s'en foutait d'avoir... Bon, c'est pas grave. Bon, Jauge caboche, on s'entend pas de la figue, non?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Non. Bon, Colmy Maniana, on s'entend pas de la figue. Ah oui, j'ai les conducteurs. Putain. Attends, mais du coup, est-ce que je pourrais pas fouiller?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old. The windows are clear.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Vous êtes camionneur, pas vrai? Qu'est-ce que vous pensez des drogues?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Il tire une longue bouffée sur sa cigarette. C'est vraiment des attardés, les gens. Santé, alcool et clopes, c'est pas si différent des
You
stupéfiants.
know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
On dit sais qu'il produisait aussi de l'alcool, là, Irama, là, de l'algool.
Oh, I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in
Baguette
Mundi.
Man.
Oh,
C'est tous des
sometimes
Français, les
I like
les
a dram
doubleurs.
of that
C'est incroyable.
Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
J'en conclus que vous n'êtes pas de drogue en train d'exporter
Not
de la drogue.
Not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're
Tribe.
telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Tire sur sa cigarette. Dans ce cas, qu'est-ce que vous fabriquez ici? La plupart des charretiers sont partis.
What
non
do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Si vous n'êtes pas impliqué, alors qui fait passer les stupéfiants par le terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
C'est qui?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
C'est trop le mec.
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Allez, on va
Guess
le voir.
so.
Ferme-la, toi. Bah du coup, est-ce que c'est lui ou est-ce que c'est un mec qui vend des trucs là? Il est quelle heure? 19h39. Il va falloir se bouger le
Stuck in
cul,
the
là.
rain in a traffic jam, man.
Tommy.
What's on your mind?
Vous avez l'air de vous y connaître en stupéfiant, non?
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Si vous financez ces lubies en vendant de la drogue.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Je préfère aller droit au but. J'essaie de découvrir ce qui qui fait passer les stupes.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Du coup, pour vous êtes toujours là?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith. This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence. And working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Du coup, qui dirige le trafic de drogue?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Un poème, conceptualisation. Attendez là, parce que conceptualisation, je peux en avoir masse, non? Déjà, je peux avoir plus un. Celle-là aussi, ça l'est. On essaye là.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Ah c'est chaud mais 58% j'accepte.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some
Champion
dusty
du
corner.
monde.
It starts like,
Là où le regard s'égrène, jamais neige ne fond. Le miroir gèle les veines, le miroir racle le fond.
Whoa.
Allez.
What else?
Drop the mic. Bouya. Ok, bon, je l'ai rattrapé. Hein. C'est un demi-drop the mic. Il vous penche en avant pour mieux vous écouter. Ensuite, quand on porte à ses lèvres le calice schizophrène.
Silent communion.
Quoi?
That's good.
Il est subjugué par ces mots. Aucun son ne s'élève, l'âme s'échappe de la plaine.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Je crois que j'ai inventé ces vers, oui.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
T'inquiète de
It's
rien,
good to
mon
meet a
gars.
fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
Les beaux vers rendent la vie plus facile à supporter.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
Il lève le pouce.
you found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Ça, par contre, c'est impossible, quoi. En plus, je suis une queue en empathie, là. Conceptualisation, on va remettre quand même ça. Et on va remettre art dramatique. Je pense. Hein. Bon, ça va pas amener à plus que ça, si ce n'est faire du bien à soi-même. Du coup, c'était vers où? Vers le rond-point, on m'a dit. C'est genre là, là. Mais ouais, c'est vrai qu'il y avait des mecs là-bas, là. Il y avait lui, là. C'est lui, non?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Faites claquer vos doigts sous le
If you
nez.
want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
2 fois.
Where am I? Who are you?
Vous l'avez rappelé à la réalité comme un magicien versé dans l'art de l'hypnose. J'espérais que vous me donnez quelques précisions à ce sujet.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Je peux savoir pourquoi les années 50 vous débectent autant?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Chaud quand même. Où est-ce que vous aimeriez être?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
C'est qui Gabriel Buenguerro là?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Elle exhibe une photographie dans un cadre en ambre somptueux.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Ouais, j'ai d'autres
Why not,
questions là,
Harrison?
vas-y, brasse pas là.
It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Elle pose le coude sur la portière. Derrière elle, le tableau de bord est saturé de souvenirs, de photographies et de babies en tout genre. Qu'est-ce que vous transportez?
Diamonds?
Des diamants, vraiment?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
En vrai, qu'est-ce que vous transportez?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Je comprends bien, vous ignorez ce que vous transportez dans votre camion.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Selon vous conduisez sous emprise de la drogue.
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harifa. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Ferme les yeux, l'air songeur.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Ça se trouve, c'est de la contrebande.
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos's bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Avant d'arriver, vous avez l'air ailleurs.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Pourquoi ça, lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
S'en bat les couilles. Tandis qu'elle regarde fixement la photo dans sa main, sa tête sur un rythme connu d'elle seule. Vous avez l'air de vous y connaître en rayon de matière
What
stupéfiante.
do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Adversaire.
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest.
Encyclopédie.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Comment je fais pour m'en procurer,
If
tiens.
you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Vart m'envoie.
who the fuck is Irat?
Chef du 5K.
Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel. He's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hunt.
Bien, je vous pose la question autrement. Est-ce que vous transportez de la drogue pour le terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
Je sais pas, c'est pour ça que je vous
It's
demande.
diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Non mais elle est trop con elle. Mais je m'en bats les couilles de tes diamants. Ouais, qui pourrait être... Vas-y, là,
Easy.
balance un nom là.
He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Ok.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Pourquoi est-ce que vous
Where
attendez
do you
ici?
want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Ouais, ouais, plus.
Yes, go.
C'est bon, elle m'a saoulé quoi. Bon, mais du coup, quoi? Et du coup, il me manque un connard, non? Il manque pas un connard de transporteur là? Et balancer un nom. Mais c'est pas l'autre qui faisait une grosse bégère là de... Oh ouais, je pense pas. Je paye les 20 heures. Je crois que j'ai déjà payé pour la chambre cette nuit. Pourquoi il y a ça là? Genre je suis jamais cliqué là-dessus.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Projection analytique. Attends. Mais je l'avais déjà fait ça, je crois, au début. D'ailleurs. C'est vrai que t'as zéro autorité avec ça, quoi.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags, and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard.
On avait déjà fait ça
barely
tout au
stopping
début.
before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Voiture à traverser la palissade.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared.
Est-ce que c'est un train de faire?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find...
Le truc c'est que j'aimerais bien récupérer... Tiens, parle à lui
Looks
là.
like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus ne semble pas particulièrement ravi de vous voir. On va voir, on va causer, il a promis une coopération.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Très nature, ouais. Super. Hein.
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
J'ai tellement pas d'autorité quoi. Je peux jamais le faire. J'aimerais parler à nouveau de la pendaison.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Et yo, KO! Non mais je l'ai jamais lui. Quand tu j'ai autant d'autorité, c'est pas possible. Pète les couilles là, les Jean-Mich là.
Why are you wasting your time?
Êtes-vous Lizzie Elizabeth Madame Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Dit-elle en désignant l'homme de la grande taille assise autour de la
Even
table.
though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Léo, oui, m'a parlé de vous, c'est un vrai mot à parole.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Vous êtes là de la bande Hardy?
I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Débutante International.
Hey, la petite tentative. Eh, franchement, t'es plutôt mignonne, hein.
The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words.
Ah, dommage.
She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Qu'est-ce que vous allez me faire?
What are we going to do to you? The
Oh, mais
union
elle,
isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people.
Elle m'a cassé les couilles, elle. Vraiment bien jeu, ouais, trop bien. Et normalement, en plus, je les ai pas bourrés là avec le Porsche là.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
C'est qui lui déjà?
Can I help you?
Oh, ça m'a cassé les couilles. On en est où? Obtenir 2 signatures, ça sera demain. Trouver les gants de l'armure, demain. Purement du balcon, demain. Mystère du trafic. Les conducteurs sur la contrebande. Mais j'ai interrogé tout le monde. Renseignement de Joyce sur le lynchage. Demain. En fait, faut que je lâche Kim. Mais Kim, du coup, je pense, quand je vais aller me coucher, je vais lui dire machin et après je vais redescendre, je pense, pour l'arnaque. En tout cas, ouais, je vais trop bien. Il est beaucoup trop bien. Il est beaucoup trop bien. Dès que t'as compris le mécanisme, comme j'ai dit, c'est un pur kiff. Faire preuve d'autorité, non mais ça j'y arriverai jamais quoi. Trouver Morel, le cryptozoologue. Ça c'est demain. Ça c'est demain. Demain. Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Ça je sais pas. C'est pas. Non mais ça je veux pas en vrai. Mais ça on s'en branle hein. Bobo le doigt. Non ouais bah j'ai attaqué mes travaux là aujourd'hui. Quand j'ai poncé le mur, je me suis un peu poncé le doigt en même temps. Trop complexe ce jeu. Il est pas si complexe, je trouve. Ça va. Par contre, interroger les camionneurs, mais je sais pas en fait. Ah mais attends, il n'y a pas un attardé là, en bas. Genre lui là.
The woman
Ta gueule. Et lui là. Rien à foutre de cette crevure. Moi j'ai rien à foutre de toi là. T'es qui toi? Là il y a Papy Moujo et l'autre là.
I have Yes, René.
Non mais René et
Hello,
l'autre là.
How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Dis-moi ce que c'est à propos du pendu.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
De avoir entendu quelque chose, non?
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
J'ai l'impression que vous cachez quelque chose.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone
René.
important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Vous connaissez-vous Evrard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath, and there he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
20 membres du syndicat?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
Tu bien les aspects?
Oh yes.
Donc vous n'êtes pas réellement membre.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
C'est quoi ces bricoles dont vous faites, que vous faites pour Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
Qu'est-ce que vous écrivez pour lui?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ne dévions pas du sujet.
On the Union track.
Bon, socialiste caviar.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Comment pouvez-vous écrire des articles de journaux si vous ne vous intéressez pas à la politique? Bon, après, écrire des articles de journaux, t'es pas obligé d'être politisé, heureusement. Enfin, t'es politisé en soi, mais... C'est pas si intéressant que ça d'être... de s'intéresser à la politique, je pense.
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
Alors comme ça, vous êtes une
I
girouette.
prefer highly adaptable myself. Has a better ring to hit, don't you think?
Oh, mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu. Le carabinier ferme les yeux comme s'il n'allait plus jamais les rouvrir.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals, you'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Ouais. Putain, je suis fatigué là. Je pense que ça va bientôt arrêter. Ouais, enfin, ça fait 3 jours et puis on a rien branlé quoi. Est-ce que je peux avoir un morceau de ton
I'm
sandwich
sorry,
là?
officer, but
Oh.
I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Enculé là.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Aïe aïe aïe. Allez, un petit morceau.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Allez, s'il te plaît.
It's mine.
Et il s'écarte d'un bond, aussitôt abasourdi par sa
A glimmer
proposition.
of respect flashes in Rene's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna...
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides.
Convaincre Gaston de... Ah, attendez.
You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Alors là, mon gars, si ce jet... Là, pour ce jet... Et rhétorique... Je dois avoir rien pour la rhétorique, c'est sûr. Ça, -1 rhétorique. Instrument physique. +1 intel. La rhétorique, c'est quoi? C'est de l'intel? Quoi en partie? Attendez là. Ah oui. Ah oui, ah, toute ma vie là. Toute ma vie, c'est ma meilleure clope que je claque. Ah ouais, mais je veux claquer une clope. Ah, c'est 3. Ah, je savais pas qu'avec les doigts ça marchait. Comment on se fait pour green clope? Faut que je mette le paquet dans ma main, c'est ça? Il est où déjà? Enveloppe blanche. Bah, je l'ai. Mais je comprends pas là. Ah, je me suis enculé la vie. Ok. La ma vie pour sandwich.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principle.
Ma vie pour sandwich. Sur ma vie, je récupère ce sandwich.
A man so principled.
Ma vie pour sandwich.
Officer.
Franchement, je l'ai pas fait.
A man so principled about.
Je l'ai pas fait dans le jeu encore, mais là pour Sandwich, je vous jure que je vais l'avoir.
Officer.
On est prêt à tout donner là.
Right. This is how we're gonna do it.
J'admire votre maîtrise, chef, mais j'aurais modifié 2 ou 3 choses.
Like what, officer?
Ses yeux se
This is
fixent
as
sur
good
ça.
as they come in Revachol, I assure you.
An array of delicious recipes flashes through your mind. Salads,
Je suis un
salmon,
enculé, quoi.
sandwiches. Bingo. This calls for an engineering angle. Structural rigidity, exposed rafters, lattice works, that type of approach.
Aïe aïe aïe. Si vous avez disposé une large tranche de fromage olduvien en travers du jambon, ça aurait évité que les ingrédients se fassent la malle quand le sandwich émiette.
Mon Dieu! That
Mon
is an
Dieu!
excellent idea. That would virtually negate the component loss.
Ah ouais, mon gars.
Beautiful. Now bring it home with paprika.
Ouais, est-ce que j'aurais amélioré la poche d'air entre le fromage et le jambon pour être garnir de poivrons
Ce
rôtis?
serait délicieux.
Ah, ça
Can you
serait
make that sandwich,
délicieux.
officer?
Ah. Je vais d'abord avoir besoin du vôtre pour servir de prototype.
I hope you are not just tricking an old man out of the little he has left.
Il dit ça d'un ton solennel, puis vous tend son sandwich. La phrase du développement initial dans du temps, bien sûr, et d'ici 6 à 9 fois, vous dégusterez le sandwich des dieux. J'ai gagné. Ne vous inquiétez pas pour lui, il lui a adressé un petit clin d'œil, ça, c'est...
Okay, sure. I'm not worried. We're here all the time, every day. Impossible to miss us, officer.
Ça marche, ça marche.
He looks worried.
Un
Is
peu
there
dans le-
anything I can do for you right now? Maybe it is... Sure, officer.
Oh, je l'ai eu le sandwich, mon gars, je l'ai eu.
Why does art inspire you so much?
C'est vrai que j'apprécie l'art, mais qu'est-ce que l'art après tout?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
C'est l'expression de l'imagination et des compétences techniques. Elle se rapporte en outre à l'histoire, à la critique et au plaisir à l'état pur. Intéressant. C'est marrant, c'est que tout le monde a une définition de l'art. Est-ce que déjà il y a encore des gens sur ce live en vie? Et si oui, quelle définition pourriez-vous me donner de l'art?
In short, art is the
Assez
highest
court, hein.
form of
Vous n'êtes pas obligé d'en faire des
communication,
caisses. Mais super
representation,
intéressant.
narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Est-ce que j'ai ma place dans le monde de l'art?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Assez vite, l'architecture est aussi une forme d'art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Et la musique alors?
Only the most experimental kind.
Oh, quel cassos! Ah, c'est ce genre de gars. Oh, ça dégoûte. C'est vrai que j'ai assez esprit critique ces derniers temps.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Ah putain, ça va me donne encore un truc à intérioriser.
In
Allez, vas-y,
Sackey,
Banco.
It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Putain, je vais devenir un coco, un flic coco, pseudo-artiste. Mais il y a masse truc que j'ai envie d'intérioriser. Mais j'avais pas un point d'ailleurs. Mais si, j'ai un point là. Projecteur analytique 7. On va garder le point en attendant. Bon, 20h42, qu'est-ce qu'on fait de beau là? Je vaux que dalle. Mais ça, on sait que tu vaux que dalle.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Le problème, c'est qu'en fait, je sais pas où il est le conducteur. Hein.
Right to what? A lorry stuck. The windows are clear. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the lost city of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The back end, a book.
Racist national... Likely, yeah.
There he is. The drive, a large... It is a seal.
Bon, on n'a rien à récupérer de ça, mais moi le problème c'est que je sais pas où il est le... Il manque qui en fait en conducteur? Marqué Wild Pines ici. Je sais pas pourquoi ça affiche ça alors que pas du tout. Lui c'est quoi
Stuck in the
lui?
rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
17 quoi. J'en ai 3 en fait des camionneurs.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck. Isn't it obvious? Is some just...
Yes, yes.
Looks like he's trying...
I wouldn't be...
Ça on a tout lu déjà.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Parlez-moi de ces insectes rares que recherche votre mari.
It's fascinating, but I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Of course, dear.
Bon allez, on s'en bat les couilles.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still, the lieutenant gives you. This door can only be opened.
Yes.
Logique. Pourquoi le poste 41 m'a envoyé? Est-ce que techniquement j'ai pas des trucs aussi pour la logique? Je crois que j'en ai, hein. Peut-être pas assez. Plus un logique, mon autorité.
Yes.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Non, c'est pas possible.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Si mon poste m'avait envoyé car je suis en moins que rien pour me faire le plague.
I've considered it.
Alors c'est vrai.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Pourquoi ça?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Alors vous êtes lead de votre poste?
I am the finest of nothing.
Pensez vraiment que parier sur moi c'est une valeur sûre?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Ouais, moi de la
But do you
faire.
want to know? Good.
Est-ce qu'on n'irait pas chez Coup là? En fait, il va me suivre encore.
The bed is still cold from the broken window. The window stands broken. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you. You see some lights shimmering outside.
On doit juste attendre pour la nuit. Ah, puis il y a cette connerie de disco aussi à un moment là. Et puis cette porte, moi je comprends pas où on peut l'ouvrir. Mais d'ailleurs, j'ai regardé au niveau du magasin là à côté de chez Frites. Je me rappelle plus le délire là.
Is this about the questions?
Non mais elle m'a saoulé aussi là. Je sais pas s'il y a grand chose que je peux faire de plus. Hein. C'est quoi, c'est pour poster la lettre?
Mailbox greets you with its graffito.
Bullet. Un coup de pied. Oh non, j'ai pas fait ça.
There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. It sounds like it's mostly empty. Your toe has suffered damage.
Cool.
Je suis un attardé,
You really
quoi.
showed that mail collection box.
He doesn't actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's
Ah non,
leaning
vous trouvez
in
ça
to
très bien?
respect the
I don't.
Ah,
Let's go.
L'enveloppe blanche à la boîte aux lettres. Non, parce que je dois faire signer deux Mongols. Non, mais je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. On va s'arrêter là pour soi, il se fait tard et je suis un peu fatigué là. C'est déjà pas mal, hein. On a fait 2 heures, hein, plus de 2 heures. On a bien avancé. On a bien avancé. Bon, et ben écoutez, merci beaucoup YouTube. Des bisous. Prochain live. Normalement demain, il y aura beaucoup d'ouvertures en fait de trucs. Parce qu'il y a au moins l'écluse, donc il y a toute une nouvelle partie qui va ouvrir. Et on a en même temps la police qui nous doit des infos, on a pas mal de trucs. Bref. Ça avancera beaucoup plus vite.